Hello, Professor Patuleanu's ENG102 class. Dan Clenger here from the Mercer County Community College Library, helping you out with finding some resources for your final paper that you have to do. I'm going to go through how you guys can use the databases in this video, and I'll make a second one about how you can use our electronic books. So the first thing you want to do is take a look at the prompts that your professor has given you. It is 8 to 10 pages. It's worth a lot of points, so it's a good idea to do well on this. All right, so if you take a look here, you can see that she has some questions for you to kind of help guide your research. It's sort of generally about the topic of love, incorporating the readings that you guys worked on. And you can see here that they're the main primary texts: Goblin Market, Sweat by Zora Neale Hurston, and Silas Marner by George Eliot. So again, you can use these texts and combine with the topics here, the questions that she's asking, to help you narrow down your sources. If you take a look here, she wants 6 to 10 secondary sources. So 2 of the secondary readings that you discussed in class, articles and books, literary analysis. So that's going to go in articles and books as well. So 6 to 10, that's quite a lot. Now, when you guys go through this, it may be a good idea to take a look at some of the guidelines and things to kind of help you with your keyword terms, because the keyword terms are what we're actually going to use to find articles and books in our databases and eBrary. I came up with a few for you, just as some examples here. Sometimes the easiest way to do it is simply to go ahead and just put in the title of the work or the author of the work, because that's going to give you the most set of research results. From there, you can go ahead and narrow down your search results, include love, specific types of love, how it represents in the novel. Is it family? Is it parent-child? All of these things are possible search terms. All right, so what does your professor mean by articles? Really what she's looking for are what's known as scholarly articles or scholarly sources. These are articles that have been written by experts. So for example, they're literary scholars, or they are psychologists or psychiatrists. If we're going to talk about love, let's say, they have written these articles. It then goes through a peer-reviewed process by other experts before they are published. So that's what we're going to look for, and I'll show you guys how you can very quickly find them in our databases. Final thing with this is that, as I said, you're going to go and probably put in something like Silas Marner, and you're going to want to know a little bit more about the story, or George Eliot. You want to know more about her. Because if you just type in either of those keyword terms, you're going to get way too many search results, as you'll see in a second. So what you want to use is this Boolean operator, and is going to tell you, tell the database, I want to find articles about Silas Marner and love, or about Goblin Market and sisterhood. You want to get those two keywords together in one article or book. Great. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at these keyword terms and the Boolean operators in action. In order to start your search, you're going to want to head to the main college's website. Simply go to mcccclib.edu, scroll down where it says current/returning students. There's a link here for library services. Go ahead and click on that, and it'll take you to the library homepage. Here you can see we actually have our first database here, MERSearch. MERSearch is nice because it searches multiple databases at once. I'll show you some of the individual ones in a little bit, but now we'll focus on MERSearch. So if you want, you can go ahead here. Let's start off with Goblin Market. And if we do that, you're going to see we get quite a few search results. And obviously, we're not going to go through 14,000. That's going to take forever. As I said, you guys can come up with a list of keyword terms and select one, add it in using your Boolean operator, and. If you get stuck for keyword terms, that's okay. The databases can actually help you. If you look over here on the left, see where it says subject term? If you click on more, it's going to go ahead and show you some more keyword terms related to your search. And as you can see, there's a lot of keyword terms here because, again, we're fairly broad. The more we put in, the fewer search results we're going to get, the fewer of these keywords are going to pop up, like farmers markets, for example. But definitely like folklore and fairy tales, those would be good ones to add in. And of course, we can add in our own keyword term, right? Here, I'm going to type in and sisters. And that and's going to reduce our search results. So we went from 14,000 to 2,000. And we can keep going, right? If we wanted to type in, love, and we'll get fewer and fewer search results. Now, as I said before, some of these articles are scholarly or peer-reviewed. How do you only get scholarly peer-reviewed sources? It's very easy. If you look over here on the left-hand side, see where it says scholarly peer-reviewed, simply click on that, and it's going to go ahead and reduce your results even further. So now we've gone from over 1,000 to under 300. And again, we can scroll through, we can use more subject terms, we can put in more keyword terms. It's up to you guys, whatever you want to do to help you narrow down your search result. Keep in mind too that if you get too few search results, you can go the other way. You can take out some ands and keyword terms. You can remove some of these checkboxes here on the left. Okay, great. So now you just want to kind of scroll through, take a look at the title, see if there's anything interesting. Here, this one looks pretty good. I'll click on this second article, do it, and it's going to take you to the article. Here it's asking me to log in. I'll log in with the standard My Mercer portal stuff. Click on login, and now it's going to take me to the article. When you take a look at your article, there's usually going to be some kind of abstract or summary of the article. It's always a good idea to take a look at that. This has kicked me to JSTOR. That's fine. Unfortunately, JSTOR doesn't really do abstracts. But read the first, couple of sentences, first few paragraphs, and see if your article is on your topic. If it is, great, then it's worth your time. So here I've got the article right here. You can see it. I can click through these pages here, and it'll take me to the rest of the article. I also have the option to download it via PDF, which can be helpful. So if you want to save the article that way, you can do it. You can usually also email these articles to yourself. There's usually a little share button. There's your email. You can even email it if you want from the MERS search interface. There's your little email button. Also with the databases, it allows you to generate the citation for these articles. If you look over here on the left, see where it says cite this item, click on that, and it'll generate the citation. And there's your MLA formatted citation for this article. You can highlight, copy it, paste it into your works cited page. And everything I just did here, you can do with all of the other articles that you find in our databases. So if we don't like this one, that's fine. We can scroll down, we can go, and we can click on another one. All right, click on this article. Again, it'll take me to a different database, and I can go ahead and read the article in there. And I'll have all those same options. They'll just move around. So there's our actual article there. Our options have moved up here. So there's my download, send to your email. And again, if I click on the cite button, it'll generate the citation. So pretty much whatever database, and we all have those same options. They all work the same way. You'll see here too, there's even keyword terms attached to these articles as well. You'll notice too, this has actually put me in a database called the Gare Literature Resource Center. And this is actually one of our subject-specific databases. That's what's nice about MERS search, is that even though if you wind up with thousands of search results, you will still get kicked to these sort of smaller databases. And I'll show you this one in a second. But what you can do is if you say, okay, this database looks really good, I really like this article, you can go ahead and search within this database. You can click on the author's name. You can click on the journal that it comes from, and it will go ahead and show you more articles by the author, the volumes and issues of this journal, or you can even just search within the database as well. So if you're able to find one good article, hopefully you can find many others. Okay. One other thing to point out too is, let's use this first one that we found. Since these are all going to be scholarly peer-reviewed, when you look at one of these articles, you're going to see that they basically do the same thing that you're going to do. So if I were to download this and open it up, you're going to see that these authors have in-text citations. They have a list of references that they used as well. So if you're reading along in here and you see a footnote here like number 1, or if you see in here, somebody's last name or something like that, you're going to be able to find in there references or footnotes. See the rule number 1 there? Their sources. So here we'll scroll to the end so you guys can see. So there, they are your citations. So if you want, you can go and you can try and find these articles or books in our databases, because chances are if these articles or books helped your author, they should help you. So here they've got footnotes. Okay. Let's see what this one has. Let's scroll down to the end here. Yeah, this one has footnotes as well. See the little numbers. So again, if you find something good, here you can see it gives you the source for that piece of information. Great, fantastic. All right, so as I said, if you want, you can certainly use MERSearch. It's a great database, but again, you can get so many search results that it's sometimes trying to find needles in haystacks. So here, we'll close out of this stuff, and we'll go to a smaller database. You can find them over here on the left-hand side. These are our databases by subjects under the Quick Links menu. Click on that, and it'll give you a list of our databases. Here we'll show you the Kale Literature one now. You'll find it under Humanities, and it's right here. It's called the Literature Resource Center. And in here, again, you can go ahead and just simply plug in the title of the story or novel that you read. Here we'll change it to Silas Marner, and it'll give us the search results for that. What? It doesn't have anything? Oh, because I spelled it wrong. Good job, Dan. Silas Marner. Let's try that. There we go. You spell it right, and it does a good job. So there we go. We have 208 search results. You could see with Goblin Market, we put in, we got 14,000. So again, we can go and we can scroll through these. And again, too, we can add in, and let's say parent, and see what comes up. And scroll through it and see if there's anything interesting. And again, if I click on the title, you saw the interface before. Here it actually does have an abstract. It's small and short in these brackets, but that's it. This is your abstract telling you very quickly what this article is about. And again, you can see your download, send to, and your cite button. And again, another set of keyword terms related to your article here. Okay. You can go back. You can try the Literary Reference Center. That's another good database. If you are interested in, say, some of these psychological aspects of love, if you scroll down, we have a social sciences section with two good psychology databases, APA Psych Articles and the ProQuest Psychology Journals. If you click on that, it'll take you again to this database where it's just psychology. You've got a new little button here that says full text. Always click on the full text button. And then if you want your peer reviewed, click on that as well. And in here, you wouldn't necessarily want to type like Silas Marner or something like that, because again, this is psychological studies and topics, not necessarily works of fiction. So this is where you would type in like love and parents and caring, whatever else you wanted to say. Use some aspects of your story and see. And again, big broad terms, so we've got over 8,000 search results. But again, this database works the same way as the other one. We can scroll down, see where it says subject, click on that, and it'll show us some additional keyword terms. So if we click on one here, we can click on more, and we can go ahead and add ones in. So here, we'll click on parenting and children and youth, and click on apply. And it'll just show us those articles that have those tags. And we can scroll through, see if there's anything interesting. Okay. Here, we'll click on one of these. I don't know what it's about, but let's say it's interesting to us. Click on it, and it gives us the article. Title, author, just like we saw in the other databases, source it came from. Here, this one does have an abstract telling you very quickly what it's about. You'll see those buttons again. There's your download, email, and cite. This site works just a little different. If you click on it, it defaults to APA. So all you have to do is click on the drop-down menu, scroll down, find MLA 8th edition, click that, and it'll switch it to your MLA 8th edition. If it doesn't say, like our JSTOR database, for example, I don't think it said MLA 8th edition, just says MLA. By default, if it's giving you an MLA citation, it's the most recent one. For some reason, ProQuest has all these old ones. Don't know why. They just do. Crazy ProQuest. All right. Anyway, MLA 8th edition is what you want if it asks. Okay. All right. One final thing that may be helpful is even if you go into, say, the psychology database, right? Let me expand this a little more, get rid of these two tags here. If you have a phrase, so if we go here, person's name, Goblin Market, the prelude, Silas Marner, whatever it may be, we can go ahead and we can type in and in these double quotes around our phrase of two or more words like Silas Marner, it's going to go ahead and look for those two keywords next to each other. So here it's found Silas Marner, okay? So we can go ahead and scroll through this and see that these articles contain the phrase Silas Marner. And if you notice too, since we're in a psych database, we've only got 5 search results, so not very many. But it is in there. I've been robbed, breaking the silence at Silas Marner. Neat. Okay, and we can scroll through and take a look at it. And again, download site, all that good stuff. One additional thing that ProQuest does is nice. Over here on the right-hand side, it gives you some more articles that are related to this one. So just like going through the footnotes or the citations, here it's said, okay, here's other articles in the database that are similar to it. So again, not very many, but you saw Silas Marner was still in there. Fun stuff. Okay, that is it for the databases. If you guys have any questions, concerns, get lost, stuck, anything like that, feel free to email us. If you want some one-on-one help where you can share screens, talk to us in real time, you can do a Google Hangout with us. We actually also have a little new chat feature on our library homepage here where you can go and you can type in your question and you can talk with an actual real live librarian. How exciting. If you want to get in touch with me, there's my contact info. That's it for now, guys. If you need anything else, just let us know. Good luck. See you soon. Bye.